Hey there. Do you ever feel like you're getting old? Do you ever feel like the days are just slowly melding into one another and you can't really tell which one is which anymore? Like you can't remember if it's a Monday or if it's Thursday, or if it's February or if it's June, or if it's 2022 or if it's 2025. If you start to go through that feeling of just feeling like you're too old or feeling like your best days are getting behind you, maybe what you need is a pep boost, and maybe what you need to do is read a book about someone else and their trials and their tribulations and their experiences as they grew older, as they became their own person. And you can do that by reading the good book made by my amazing sister-in-law, Lucy Smalls. The book is called Margie Wadsworth's Unforgettable Senior Year. As you can tell by the name, it's all about her senior year of high school, loosely based. It's not exactly it. It's not 100% one-to-one, but it's loosely based. But it's an amazing story just about all the trials and tribulations she had to go through, all the juggling she had to do between family, responsibility, schoolwork, love, all of that. And this was before she had even got to college and met my brother. So this is a story that if you have any woman in your life that's just wants to read something that's going to relate to her, that's going to connect to her and her growth, this is the story for them. I'm going to tell you right now, whether she be young, whether she be older, get this book. This book is going to make a big impact on a woman in your life. They're going to love to have this person. I know a lot of my listeners are male, but get this book for the important woman in your life. She will appreciate it. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. You might want to read the book your damn self, because it's just a damn good book. Go do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. and Lady, hello there and welcome back to Kinetic Aesthetic. I am your host, of course, Germ, and this is the show where I talk to you about everything and anything that is happening within our world, specifically within our world of urban culture, I guess, especially for this episode. Now, this one is going to be a bit of a downer topic for me. This isn't something that I necessarily enjoy talking about. It's not going to be a fun one, but it's something that I feel like is necessary to speak on. And that is basically all the certain happenings, things that have been going on with a lot of our popular artists, especially in rap, especially just nowadays. But I think this is one that's going to be necessary to talk about for artists across every genre and across just every different type of fan base, and that is the topic of accountability. You see, especially this year, there have been just a lot of rappers, just a lot of music artists that have been getting caught up, just a lot of, I guess you could say, celebrities in general who have been getting caught up and who they've been finding themselves in these situations where they're having to really face the consequences of a lot of dumb stuff that they've been doing. A lot of poor decisions, a lot of stuff that they might have been forced into. I hate to use that word as if they weren't necessarily given a choice at all, but they might have found themselves into a lot of situations and choices and reoccurring choices that they wish they probably wouldn't have had to make, especially now. And I feel like I've been noticing a lot of people who, instead of wanting to hold them all accountable, instead of wanting to actually just say, you know what, hey, he did that and he has to go and face the time, I've been feeling a lot of people have been just going with this mindset of just free him. Just free him. They just hate to see somebody win. They just hate to see this. It's just jealousy and all of that. And I feel like that's a little bit reflective of a lot of negative aspects of our society. So without further ado, I'm going to get into that. But before I get into that and I fully go in depth, I'm going to just give you a little pause and have a little word from our sponsors. So let's hear about that. Yo, Jerem here. Just want to tell y'all that if you are looking for some new clothing, looking for some new fresh urban wear, you should go and check out my homeboy's creation, his new brand, Stonerville. It's the hottest urban and weed related clothing that you're going to find. He's got a whole bunch of fresh hoodies outside right now. He's got a whole bunch of fresh shirts in the works. It's just one of the hottest new companies that I've seen this year, and it's only going up from here. So if you have any type of interest in getting some new fresh urban wear and you want something that's fresh, affordable, and just cool to look at, go check out Stonerville brand. You can go check it out online over at stonervillebrand.com. It's created by my friend Juice God. It is the hottest clothes you can find out on the market right now, the hottest new, fresh, black-owned business you can find on the market right now. So go check it out. Now, the main situation that has promoted me to start talking about this, that's made this accountability issue come into my head, has been the YSL case. Of course, if you don't know by now, Young Thug, his entire label, Gunna, Lil Keed, R.I.P., he didn't get caught up in it, but you can damn near count him as a casualty in all this. Basically, everybody on his label, from top to bottom, was arrested. Even some people who I guess were just street affiliates, and I use that term loosely, they got caught up. It's just been a lot going on. A lot of arrests were made. And this is somebody, Young Thug, I'm talking about right now, who is one of the most influential figures in the game right now. Who is someone who, I don't like to use the legend or icon word loosely, but you can fit him into one of those words. This man has left an imprint in the game that is going to be remembered for a long time. You talk about the sounds, the rappers that have come up under him. Lil Baby, who is one of the biggest rappers in the world right now. One of the biggest, that's without a doubt. He is literally rapping because of Young Thug. He is literally behind the mic doing what he's doing because Young Thug told him, hey, you need to rap. You can go far with this. He made sure to not even sign this man to his label because he feared that something like this would happen and he didn't want him to get caught up. That's how much faith he had in this man succeeding. So when I bring that up, I'm just saying this to say this is not some minor loss. This isn't somebody that's just not going to be missed. His imprint is going to be missing in the game for a long time, and it's not like it's going to just be come in and someone's going to fill that role. And the whole city of Atlanta has just been having a very rough year. Rest in peace to Metro Boomin's mother from what happened to her. Just rest in peace to Trouble. Just so much loss, so much just bullshit is going on in that city right now, and it's just horrible to see it happen. But when I talk about Young Thug in this case, what I really am trying to talk about is, yes, it is okay to feel bad. It's okay to acknowledge that everything I just said is true, that we are losing such an important member in the game. But we have to get to a point where we can acknowledge and understand that, and this is going to be hard to say. Some people might disagree with me when I say this. This is something that has been a long time coming based off just the type of music that the man puts out, the type of shit that's said, the way that people move. Like, I like Thug. I've always liked Thug. I've got a lot of respect for him and the way he stands and he goes about his business. But I would be amiss if I didn't at least admit, like, yes, this man has just made some comments. He's done some things publicly that, even if he is a law-abiding citizen, would cause some concern, would just make you be like, why is he doing this? Then you add on top of that the things I'm sorry, I listen to the lyrics. Niggas say things in songs that they think it's just gonna go over everybody's heads. No, people are listening. I'm not gonna get into it. I don't want to be the guy that's promoting the incriminating lyrics. I'm not gonna do that with nobody I talk about. This is something that I'm probably going to talk about a lot when it comes to rappers snitching on themselves, but I'm not going to give you examples because I don't feel right doing it. But at the same time, like, like, you can go on genius.com and see these lyrics for yourself. You can come out there and see it. Niggas admit to doing dumb shit in these songs. Playboi Carti admitting to having a nigga stabbed on his last album. Playboi Carti. These are niggas who these are rappers and musicians who really don't have any true affinity or true background or reputable background in the streets, and they're doing this. And it feels like it's gotten to a point where rappers are going to feel like they need to just literally admit to doing crimes, or they feel like they can brag about doing legitimately illegal things, and we're just supposed to eat it up and people just give them passes for it. They don't tell them how stupid they are. And it goes into a lot of the yes man culture, because it's not just crimes, it's a lot of just stuff that you would wonder, why would you even record this? I'm Rich Homie Quan. I'm not going to say what he even said, but why do people feel like no one's listening? With the hip hop police being such a such an idea, such a talked about thing. Why do rappers feel like they are immune to getting caught up, to being held responsible for what they say? I don't understand it. It's never made sense to me, but this is the reality of where we're at right now. A lot of guys are just coming in and they're just saying these things. They're making this noise, and they're getting such a reputation. They're getting all of their clout based off of what they're saying, what they're talking about, and how they're carrying themselves. And yeah, it gets you to a point, but it never works out in the end. It never works out in the end. So it even more brings me to the point, why would you even want to go about it that way? Why don't you want to be the smart gangster who doesn't get too caught up in that? Part of what I like about Lil Baby is that he doesn't come across as like he's trying to be tough. That's not to say that he comes across as soft or that he comes across as weak, but he never comes across as that he's trying to be tough. I've never even seen a picture of him where I felt like he was trying to be tough in it. But it feels like with these other rappers, even I noticed this with Thug sometimes. When Thug first came out, he did a lot of shit that made everybody think he was gay. All the calling his homies his thugger bays, and all the just he just did a lot of shit. I ain't even gonna go into too much detail. It's hard to remember, but it was just a lot of just like, huh? Like he was trolling everybody by pretending to be gay, basically. And at the same time, I always recognize, like, if he's doing this and he's still getting all these major people to support him, there must be something to that. There must be something to him. And it felt like he went backwards. It felt like as he got more and more on, he felt more comfortable just saying more crazy shit or talking about shit in his music. Or maybe I just didn't listen to his old stuff enough. Because you see headlines now about songs where he was talking about shooting at somebody's mother, and it's like, why do you even need to do that? And people don't know, and well, people probably didn't pay too much attention if you weren't in Atlanta or around Atlanta. He had a major beef with an Atlanta artist, YFN Lucci, and it goes again to my point. Why are you in such a major beef with an artist who's also on a major level from your city? But you're letting the outside world, you're letting the general public get into your street politics, get into your inner business. I don't understand the obsession with rappers nowadays. I don't understand why things cannot be kept off wax. And I'm not saying this is someone who just wants crime to happen, just to not get caught. It's just like, you choose the worst road. You go down the worst road possible when you're doing these things, and it's getting frustrating and more frustrating because we're losing good talent because of this. We're losing people. Like Gunna got caught up in this. Gunna is not somebody that's come across as like he's ever had any type of toughness to him. He's a fashion dude. He might rap, make an occasional bar about, oh, I could have some shooters do this and that to you, but damn near everybody does that, even dudes who have no business doing it. I've heard Drake make bars like that. It feels like everybody is getting caught up in this that was connected to Young Thug, that really, even the people that really had no business being connected to it. And it's just been so depressing to watch, but it could have been avoided. And that's my main point when I talk about accountability. At a certain point, you can leave shit behind. I know it's so easy for me to say that from my position and from my perspective, but it's so easy. It's so easy when you've got millions of dollars, when you're in a certain type of circles that these dudes were in. When you are attending the Met Gala, why are you worried about some nigga that's on the block in Atlanta? Why are you worried about some dude who was behind bars at that point, who was already facing major charges? Why are you still so worried about that beef and all that? You just gotta learn to let shit go. And again, that's easy for me to say. That's so easy for me to say. I'll be the first one to say that it's easy for me to say it. But look at where it ended up for them all. Everybody that was in that beef is in prison or is going to prison. or is in jail awaiting their jail or awaiting their trial to see if they're going to go to prison, which will take a minute. No one in that situation or in that beef is in a good spot right now. The rap game is down 2 major groups. It's down bad right now, and it all could have been avoided. And I just think we need to stop sort of getting into this habit of blaming the system, when we got to start holding these dudes to a higher standard. We have to start saying to ourselves and to them, yo, you have made it. You don't need to do this. I'm not going to feel sorry for you if you get caught up, if you want to keep doing that dumb shit. I'm paying you money because I want to see you free, and I want to see you making music that I can enjoy. We got to stop glorifying certain aspects of the culture and stop sort of calling everybody who doesn't want to get on all the bullshit, who doesn't want to be doing all the dumb shit, a lame or a square. Because the lames and the squares are the ones that always end up succeeding and living the longest, but it's like everybody wants to die fucking young. It's like nobody wants to actually enjoy life. It's like everybody wants to they want to bask and indulge in all the shit that just brings you down in the end. I don't know if you call that more the crab in the bucket mentality, or if you just chalk that up to people just being more obsessed with negativity. But it's not good, and it's self-defeating. And especially in the rap culture and in hip-hop culture and urban culture, it's not going to do anything for us in the long run. We already are fighting an uphill battle. We can't continue to hold ourselves to such a low standard that we never aspire to be above that. I don't know if I'm the right person to say it. I hope that makes sense the way I'm saying it, but that's just the way I feel about this topic and everything. I hate to see Young Thug and all of them go through that. I hate to see that for Gunna. Again, these are 2 dudes who have made. I'm still blasting their music on the daily. I'm still listening to at least one Gunna song on the daily. It is what it is. But there comes a time when you have to tell somebody, you could elevate yourself. You could elevate yourself and separate yourself from the bullshit, or you can try to take the bullshit with you and let that bring you down. And I feel like, regardless of what way you want to look at it, trying to bring the bullshit with them is what brought them down. And that's just my take on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is everything I have to say on accountability and on this topic. And I just want to remind everybody, this is not fun for me to talk about. It's not fun for me to come out and sort of insinuate that YSL and everybody that was in that crew deserved this, or that they had it coming, or anything like that. It might have come across that way, but I just feel like we can't fall into the trap of just calling everybody that gets into these situations that ends up becoming this way is a victim of the system and nothing more. Because yes, we do live in a society right now where the system can lead to a lot of people that look like me, that have dark skin like me, that lead them to just make these horrible choices that just end up having them out here going through life fucked up. Just trying to heal from pain through drugs, by lashing out through violence. But we cannot just make them victims and nothing else, and just say, oh, it's not their fault when they do these horrible things, or are accused of doing these horrible things. Because that's not doing nothing for them. That's not doing nothing for making everything better. All that's going to do is just cause more people that go through that to just feel like it's okay, I'm just a victim, and that it's not their fault. Like they don't have a choice. They can't try to get better. They can't make that active choice to separate themselves. So I just want people to think about that. Just remind yourself of that next time you're just saying free anybody when you saying free your homie, don't just say free your homie because that's your homie and you just want them to be free. If your homie did something fucked up, like if I had a homie that just really that was out here killing people in cold blood for no fucking reason, keep that motherfucker locked up. Like, I'm sorry. That's anybody. If you out here doing bad, that's just for no fucking reason, and you ain't have no real good reason, you gotta say, just do your time. Sit down and do your crime. You chose to do it, so you gotta sit there and do the time for it. And that's my main takeaway from that. That has been Kinetic Aesthetic for this week. This is Germ. I want to say thank you all to everybody for listening, and I can't wait to get back to you all for another one.